Fame and fortune aren't always what they seem. While many dream of the spotlight, some of Hollywood's biggest stars have decided to walk away from it all, choosing personal happiness, family, and new careers over the relentless demands of stardom. From beloved actors to musical icons, these A-listers shocked fans when they left the entertainment world behind. In today's video, we'll explore 21 celebrities who decided to step out of the public eye and discover what they're doing now, from relationships and family life to new career ventures and financial situations. 1. Rick Moranis. Rick Moranis became a beloved figure in the 1980s thanks to movies like Ghostbusters and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. However, after his wife passed away from cancer in 1991, Moranis made the decision to step away from Hollywood to raise his children. Despite being offered numerous roles over the years, he prioritized family over fame. Financially, he's been comfortable, thanks to the residuals from his past work, but he's largely stayed out of the spotlight. Recently, he's made a slow return to acting, taking on small projects, but only on his terms. 2. Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz was one of Hollywood's top actresses, starring in films like There's Something About Mary and Charlie's Angels. In 2014, she quietly stepped away from acting, citing a desire to focus on her personal life. She married Good Charlotte's Benji Madden in 2015, and in 2020, they welcomed their first child together. Financially, Diaz doesn't need to work due to the success of her films and various investments. She's now an entrepreneur, launching an organic wine brand, Aveline, and is focusing on her family. 3. Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman is an iconic actor with over 100 films to his name. After winning 2 Oscars in a career spanning more than 40 years, Hackman retired from acting in 2004. Since then, he's pursued a second career as a novelist, writing historical fiction. Hackman lives a quiet life in New Mexico with his wife. He's financially secure and has made it clear that he has no desire to return to acting, enjoying the peaceful pace of retirement. 4. Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple was one of the most famous child stars of all time, but by the age of 22, she retired from acting and went on to have a successful career in politics and diplomacy. She served as the U.S. ambassador to Ghana and Czechoslovakia and became a respected public figure outside of Hollywood. Financially, Temple had smartly managed her wealth and lived comfortably until her death in 2014 at the age of 85. And 5. Jack Gleason. Jack Gleason, known for his role as the despised King Joffrey on Game of Thrones, decided to walk away from acting after the show's end in 2014. He expressed that the fame was overwhelming and that acting no longer brought him joy. Gleason has since focused on his academic studies and theater work in Ireland, preferring a quiet life away from the spotlight. Financially, he remains stable from his Game of Thrones earnings. 6. Phoebe Cates. Phoebe Cates was a teen icon in the 1980s, best known for her roles in Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Gremlins. In the mid-90s, Cates stepped away from acting to focus on raising her children with her husband, actor Kevin Kline. She now runs a successful boutique in New York City called Blue Tree. Financially, her family is secure, and she has expressed no desire to return to the screen. 7. Mara Wilson. Mara Wilson was the star of beloved films like Matilda and Mrs. Doubtfire, but by the time she reached her teenage years, she had already quit acting. She found the pressures of Hollywood overwhelming and instead pursued a career as a writer and advocate for mental health awareness. Wilson is now a successful author and remains connected to the industry through her advocacy work. Financially, she has spoken about the need to manage her childhood earnings responsibly. 8. Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day-Lewis is widely considered one of the greatest actors of all time, winning 3 Academy Awards for Best Actor. In 2017, he shocked the world by announcing his retirement from acting after his role in Phantom Thread. Day-Lewis has always been a private person, and he cited personal reasons for his decision to leave the industry. Financially, his success has left him comfortable, and he now enjoys a quiet life out of the public eye. 9. Greta Garbo. Greta Garbo was one of the biggest stars of the 1930s. But in 1941, at the height of her career, she retired from acting at just 36 years old. Garbo valued her privacy and lived the rest of her life largely out of the public eye. She never married or had children, choosing instead to live quietly in New York City. Garbo was financially secure thanks to her careful management of her earnings and investments. She passed away in 1990. 10. Bridget Fonda. Bridget Fonda was a rising star in the 90s with roles in Singles and Jackie Brown. However, after a car accident in 2003, she stepped away from acting to focus on her recovery and raising her son with her husband, composer Danny Elfman. She has remained out of the public eye since then, choosing family life over a return to Hollywood. Financially, the couple is comfortable, with Elfman's music career providing a steady income. 11. Freddie Prinze Jr. Freddie Prinze Jr. was a teen heartthrob in the late 90s, starring in films like She's All That and I Know What You Did Last Summer. However, as his career progressed, he became disillusioned with Hollywood and decided to step back. He has since found joy in cooking, writing a cookbook, and starting a family with his wife, actress Sarah Michelle Gellar. Financially, the couple is secure, and Prince has been involved in voice acting and occasional TV roles. 12. Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Jonathan Taylor Thomas, star of Home Improvement, left acting at the height of his fame in the late 90s to focus on his education. He attended Harvard University and later studied abroad. While he has made a few brief appearances on TV, Thomas has chosen to keep his life private. He remains financially stable, having wisely managed his earnings from his time as a child star. 13. Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan was America's sweetheart in the 90s, starring in hit romantic comedies like When Harry Met Sally and You've Got Mail. However, after a series of personal and professional challenges, including a high-profile divorce and box office flops, Ryan stepped back from the limelight. She now lives a more low-key life, focusing on raising her children and directing. Financially, Ryan remains well off due to her earlier successes and occasional work behind the camera. 14. Adele. Adele took the music world by storm with her powerful voice and emotionally charged songs. However, after the release of her album 25, she took a step back from performing to focus on her personal life. In 2019, she filed for divorce from her husband, Simon Konecki. She's since undergone a personal transformation and made a return to music, but on her own terms, focusing more on family. Financially, she's one of the best-selling artists of all time, ensuring her financial stability. 15. Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes was a major child star in the 2000s with hits like The Amanda Show and She's the Man. However, she struggled with mental health issues and substance abuse, which led to her stepping away from acting. Bynes has since focused on her recovery, enrolling in fashion school and working on rebuilding her life. She remains out of the public eye and is financially supported by her earnings from her early career. 16. Sean Connery. Sean Connery, the original James Bond, retired from acting in 2003 after a career that spanned 5 decades. Connery expressed dissatisfaction with Hollywood, citing the chaotic nature of the industry. He spent his later years enjoying retirement with his wife in the Bahamas before passing away in 2020. Financially, Connery was very successful, having accumulated a vast fortune over his long career. 17. Portia de Rossi. Portia de Rossi became a household name thanks to her roles on Ally McBeal and Arrested Development. However, after marrying Ellen DeGeneres in 2008, she began to focus more on her personal life and eventually retired from acting in 2018. She now runs her own art publishing company and focuses on her philanthropic work. Financially, she and DeGeneres are more than secure, and she has expressed no interest in returning to Hollywood. 18. Dave Chappelle. At the height of his fame with Chappelle's Show, Dave Chappelle walked away from a $50 million deal and disappeared from the public eye. He moved to a small town in Ohio, where he focused on his personal life and family. After several years of laying low, Chappelle made a successful return to stand-up comedy, though he continues to keep a low profile when not performing. Financially, he's made an impressive comeback with Netflix specials and live shows. 19. Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire rose to international fame as Spider-Man, but after the franchise ended, he largely stepped away from acting. Maguire has focused more on producing and playing high-stakes poker. He's kept his personal life private, raising his children and avoiding the limelight. Financially, he's remained stable through his investments and poker winnings, with occasional appearances in film and TV projects. 20. Leelee Sobieski. Leelee Sobieski was a promising young actress in the late 90s and early 2000s, starring in films like Never Been Kissed and Deep Impact. However, Sobieski stepped away from acting to focus on her family and pursue a career in visual arts. She's now a successful artist and lives a quiet life with her husband and children. Sobieski has done well financially thanks to her early career earnings and success in the art world. 21. Michael Schoeffling. Michael Schoeffling became a teen heartthrob after starring in 16 Candles. But he left acting in the early 90s to start a family and pursue a woodworking career. He now runs his own successful furniture business in Pennsylvania, living a quiet life with his wife and children. Financially, he's comfortable and has no interest in returning to Hollywood, happy with his new life as a craftsman. While fame may seem like the ultimate goal, these 21 A-listers prove that there's more to life than the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. Whether they stepped away for family, personal growth, or to pursue new passions, each one found a path that worked for them. Their stories remind us that true success isn't always about staying in the spotlight, but about following your heart and finding fulfillment on your own terms. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more inspiring stories of life beyond fame.